My favorite video game franchise is The Legend of Zelda. Despite this, I have done very few Zelda videos. Well, that changes now. I love to learn about the lore behind games and the characters in them. I recently did a video about the Tanuki from Super Mario Bros. 3 and Animal Crossing. Learning more about the lore of that creature was interesting. Check out that video after this one if you haven't already. The creature we're talking about today doesn't have any magical lore or anything like that, but it is interesting. Today we're talking about the boss of Angler's Tunnel, the 4th dungeon in Link's Awakening, the Anglerfish. I know this boss doesn't have the best reputation, especially before she got a glow up in the Switch edition. But keep listening, this will get interesting. You might have noticed I said she. Well, she is 100% a she. The first interesting thing about the anglerfish is that every picture you have ever seen that looks like this is a female. Go ahead, take a good look. I'll wait. The female anglerfish is much bigger than the male and looks very different. Most female anglerfish range from 8 to 40 inches, while the males are usually around an inch in length. The smallest male anglerfish can be as small as 0.24 inches. Now, how does that work? Why would they need to be so different? These fish practice sexual parasitism. What is that, you may ask? Well, due to the dark environment they live in, it's difficult to find a mate. Most anglerfish live between 200 and 2,000 meters deep. This will make fertilizing an egg at the right time very difficult. So the much smaller male anglerfish, which looks like this, I know, not as interesting. Or not as terrifying. Will find a female and he will bite into her. He will then fuse with her body and dissolve until he is nothing more than a pair of testicles attached to her. Yes, balls. That's all that will be left. This is so the female can release her eggs at the correct time and the male will release his sperm at the same time. A much better way to guarantee more babies. Now, these anglerfish men, they are not picky. Just because an anglerfish lady has one set of balls already will not stop them from giving her a few more. She will keep collecting more and more balls until, well, the oldest recorded anglerfish was said to be 30 years old. Don't ask me how they know that, but I'll go with it. 30 years of ball collecting. Wow. And you thought your Nintendo collection was so amazing. Huh. We've talked about balls. Now let's talk about how they eat. Anglerfish have a modified dorsal spine that creates the lure that hangs out in front of them. This is filled with bioluminescent bacteria. This causes the lure to glow and act as a bait to attract prey in the extreme darkness of the deep sea. Some species will also use scent from the lure to help attract their prey. The anglerfish's mouth can open wide enough that it can swallow prey larger than they are. They can also protrude their jaws outward to devour prey as soon as it comes close. Their teeth are long and needle-like. Better to eat you with, my dear. So was the anglerfish true to form in Link's Awakening? Well, kind of. She looks like an anglerfish, minus the balls. But it is a game, so I'll let it slide. Link did dive into darkish water, so that's good enough, I guess. The battle would have been so good if it was super dark, except the lure. Don't you think? I do like that they added the tiny fish, which could be the males, but they have lures, so not really. They should have made the battle super dark, only the lure was visible, and then the tiny male fish will be practically invisible. That would have made the fight so much better. Somebody call Nintendo. Fix it. Also, those teeth are nothing compared to a real anglerfish. She needed bigger teeth. These fish are carnivorous, so thinking Link is food is pretty accurate. The worst thing was that she was a pushover in the game. This is not true. Not with those teeth. If our little elven hero got that close, she would have eaten his little butt whole. Even with those magically deep pockets holding his bow and bombs and rupees and whatever else he was carrying. So that concludes my lesson on the anglerfish. I hope you've been paying attention. There will be a quiz. We can skip the quiz if you subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. So let me know in the comments if you like the video, and if you want the quiz, or if you hit that subscribe button. Until next time. Now, when I played this game in the past, I did not record any footage, so I did use World of Longplay's Switch footage for Link's Awakening. The person who created the video, TSUNAO, 8/18/24 was the date, and it's 095, in case you wanted to look them up. Thank you for use of the footage.